Hello everyone, this is Son of Winter Dong Yang. Now, today I will share a ghost story, not in Singapore, but somewhere near here. Not exactly, but it will take about 2 hours flight to this beautiful city called Bangkok. Now, welcome to my episode 15. The most haunted hotel in Bangkok, the famous Asia Hotel. Okay, I'm going to share 2 stories experienced or encountered by 2 friends or ex-colleagues. So I will share about the first story from an ex-colleague who visited Bangkok a few years ago for a leisure trip. So he registered, or rather booked, Asia Hotel because it was a popular hotel among Singaporeans due to its strategic location and affordable price. Okay, this colleague of mine actually heard about the history of this hotel. Based on his understanding, this hotel has an old and new wing, but he did not know which block he will stay. So it might be the older block that he was staying. So he was allocated a room on the 7th floor. Before his departure, his late mom had went to the temple and passed him a Buddha encapsulated in a capsule to bring for this trip. So he is still a Christian. He wanted to reject it because he doesn't believe in it. But to avoid disappointment to his mom, he just brought along with him. So everything was fine until one day. After his shower, he came out of his bathroom and started to blow dry his hair in front of the mirror. So this mirror is just in front of the bed. So he will be able to see the bed in the reflection through the mirror. So while blowing his hair, he saw in the reflection a young girl with long hair wearing red sitting on the bed looking very troubled. The girl looked like a normal human, but he couldn't see the eyes very clearly due to the long hair covering. He was very afraid because it was something unexpected. So he started to grab his clothing and dash out of the room. So when he reached the lobby, he realized that this Buddha, which he kept in the pocket of one of his clothing, broke into half inside the capsule. It's actually very impossible because the capsule is supposed to be very hard and strong. It's impossible for the Buddha to be cracked to half. So when he returned to Singapore, he actually told his mom about it, and his mom checked out with the temple. So at the temple, she was told that the Buddha had helped to block the spirit for this ex-colleague. Yeah, if not, something very bad might happen to him. Okay, so this is one of the story that I will share regarding Asia Hotel in Bangkok. This is another story shared by a friend of mine who visited Bangkok and decided to stay in Asia Hotel. Okay, so they decided to choose this hotel because, as mentioned, it was relatively cheap and was in a strategic location. It was just next to the BTS. So it was an ideal hotel for many Singaporeans who went to Bangkok. So on the first night, if people who stay in Asia Hotel, they will know that they use this dim orange light throughout the whole hotel. I mean, only for those who visited the hotel before. The toilet looked quite dim with very dim lighting in the hotel room itself. Yeah. So they could be in the old block lah. So while he was washing his face at the basin, so the moment when he lifted up his head and looked in the mirror, he actually saw a man face right beside him. A head without a body right beside him, staring at him with eyes wide open. It was gone within split seconds. So my friend thought that, it could be a wrong vision. So he continued to shower, and he didn't want to tell his friends because he didn't want to spoil their day or being accused of overreacting. Okay, it was until the second night after their dinner, the friends who were staying next to him in another room told them that they actually saw black shadows flashing past in the room, and they heard murmurings when they're in the room. So they were frightened, terrified, and decided to stay together in the same room. So ended up 4 of them slept in my friend's room, but my friend still had not informed them what he saw at the toilet in the previous night. My friend actually thought that it was really a wrong decision to move into his room, because the feeling of walking into his room and his friend's room was actually totally different. So in the other room, they felt very cozy, very chillaxed. However, in this room my friend was staying in, it has an unoccupied smell and a certain amount of pressure they felt. It's very hard to describe, but you felt that this room was not clean and there was something there. Yeah, a presence that could not be explained. So the 4 of them decided to stay in the same room because of the black shadow and murmuring sound they heard in the other room. So on that night itself, when 4 of them was sleeping in the same room, one of them was complaining that she was actually very sleepy and tired. But you know what? The weird thing, the very, very funny thing is, right? When she went back to the room, she couldn't sleep. She just felt it was difficult to fall asleep. And while my friend was sleeping that particular night, right, he felt that there was something touching his body. Okay? So he was actually not asleep, but he felt there was a presence, and that presence was touching all over his body. But he tried to keep himself calm by confessing that it is just blood flowing. But it is very different. It is really like a person touching you. Then suddenly, right, he started hearing knock sounds from the end of the bed where they placed their luggages. So the knocking sound continued on and on until my friend couldn't take it. It was also getting louder, knock. So my friend woke up all his friends who were already sleeping, okay, and went forward to check out. It was actually the sound made by the handle of the luggage. So it's like, when the handle is lifted up and released, right, you have the knocking sound. The handle on the luggage. If you lift up and release, then when it return back to its original position, it will create the sound. So it's obvious that someone, but not the 4 of them, tried to lift up the handle and release it. Something is amiss. So without asking much, right, they rushed down to the lobby to request for a change of room. They was too paranoid. So the reception actually told them that sorry, the hotel was already fully booked at that night. Then they realized that they might be given those special rooms. So instead of going back to their room, right, they stayed in the lobby until morning to check out. So this is the first time 4 of them experienced such an incident. And they decided that it is enough. So, but they also realized there's a statue of 4-faced Buddha just outside the hotel. So in the morning, they went back to their room and moved their stuff out to the next room. They continued the half-day city tour on the 3rd day and told their guide what happened. So the reply is, oh, Asia still have. But he told the 4 of them that it shouldn't happen because now they have the statue of the 4-faced Buddha there. The fact is, the spirits are still lingering there. Okay, even with the 4-faced Buddha at the ground floor. Okay, but the spirits are hidden on the upper floor, especially the corner room. And of course, they also didn't do something. They didn't knock the door before they enter the hotel room. So strange things do happen in hotel. I think it's very unfortunate if such incident happen when you are supposed to be on a leisure tour, relaxing, and yet such horrifying experience came about. So just be careful to my audience. So before you check into a hotel overseas, do check the background of the hotel, whether it has a haunted history, so that your journey there will be safe. And try not to get a room that's at the corner. Corner room is bad. Do check out the hotel facility, the comments, the feedbacks. It's good that the hotel is at a strategic location, but it's even more important that the hotel is fully lit and not dim. That's it. Thank you.